Welcome back to the EcoNet web portal training series. Today, we will be navigating through the web portal to show some basic functionality. First, we start in the main dashboard, where we can find the locations associated with each account. Here you can see we have two locations. At each location, multiple command centers can be linked, with multiple evaporators linked to each command center. Please refer to the command center documentation for current device limits. Here you can see we have one command center, and there are 3 devices linked to one command center, a single unit evaporator, and 2 devices linked together in a group. Each device will show basic live system status, with temperature, cooler type, defrost status, and compress status. One note, the temperature value for groups will show the average space temperature across the group, rather than the shown instance. Some other things to note, on the top right, you'll be able to see the address at which this location is. And if there's an alarm, you can see that a red icon shows. Before we dive deeper into a system, please note the buttons along the top border. The 3 dashes show additional pages, which we will cover at the end of the video. The alarm bell takes you to the alarm history page, where you can see the timestamps of past alarms, and the profile icon takes you to the profile page. The HTPG logo at the top left can be clicked at any point to return to the main dashboard. Let's dive into the system. Here we're looking at a group. Couple things to note. The refrigerator icon with the orange circle shows that this is the group leader. You can see instance 34 is a follower in the group, and you can't adjust the space temp set point. You can at the group leader. Basic system settings are shown, and the alarm bell will take you to a device-specific alarm history page. The gear button will take you to advanced status and settings. The service page shows you evaporator model and serial number, controller software version, and micro serial number. The network page shows you the MAC address, Wi-Fi module software version, SSID, and other network-specific information. Product settings shows you the live system settings for the refrigerator controller. Status and updates gives you the live status. The data logger is a tool that allows you to look at past data and graph it. If you'd like to, you can always export the data for offline viewing. You can look at the year's prior worth of data up to a week at a time. Let's navigate to the prior week. Multiple objects can be picked. The graphs below show space temp, suction temp, and evaporator temp. To get a closer look, you can use the zoom buttons or drag the slider on the bottom. Show labels if you'd like, and export to a CSV file by clicking this button. Let's navigate back to the main dashboard to look at the additional pages. The alarm history page shows you prior alarms and the timestamp at which they occurred. The alarm history page shows you the unit, the instance number, and the timestamp at which the alarm occurred. To view active alarms, click the button on the top right. You can see here we have a couple of alarms. Nothing critical, but important to note. On the top left, let's navigate to additional pages. General settings allows you to view if the unit is in Fahrenheit or Celsius, and notification settings allows you to control SMS and email notifications. You can enter a phone number that you can be reached at. The email associated with the account is where email alerts will be sent. The Manage page allows you to look at each location, the devices, and the groups. Custom names can be added for the locations and for the devices. The Add New Location button is where you'll be adding new locations. One thing to note about deleting a location: currently, you're not able to delete specific devices at a location. The command center and devices tied to the location will be erased from the account. If you'd like to associate those devices with the account, you'll have to recreate the location and re-provision the device. The contractors page is where you can add and edit contractor information. The FAQ page features some frequently asked questions. Thank you for watching this episode of the EcoNet web portal training series.